Everyone knows the Camaro is one of the most popular and nostalgic muscle cars, and it has been since General Motors released it in 1966. Muscle car owners like power and performance, followed by sleek lines and just plain cool looks. So there's no reason why modern day muscle cars, like our 2010 Camaro here, can't benefit from the latest in aftermarket radio technology. And now this can be done without compromising factory features, functions, or aesthetics. After all, your customer obviously fell in love with the whole car, and now we can replace the radio without disrupting the look of the dash. Today, folks, we're going to show you the best way to do that with PAC's RadioPro5 integrated installation kit. All right, guys, this is why this kit is so cool. You're going to be able to go from something like this to utilizing our dash plastics and being able to install the latest in aftermarket radio doubled-in technology. Everything's included. There's no longer any research. You don't have to look up interface modules, steering wheel control modules, what particular radio interface harness you're going to need. It all comes in the box. Plastics, interface module, and all the necessary harnesses. All right, the cool thing about our dash kit, unlike other kits, is that we're able to utilize the factory climate control dials. We simply just have to remove them from the original factory equipment and then remount them to our dash bezel. We don't disrupt the feel or the cosmetic appearance of the dash. The customer no longer has to adapt to a different dash configuration. Okay, so the first step is to simply remove all these Phillips head screws on the back of this dash bezel. Now that the screws are removed, we can simply just pull off this black back cover. We've got 2 screws on each one of the dials that we need to remove. Once you remove those, you can simply pull the dial out from the front. Once you get the dial out from the front, you've got 2 more screws right here at the bottom. Once you take those out, you're going to remove the screws to the support brackets here and then remove the support bracket. And now we have 2 climate control dial support brackets that also need to be removed. Okay, so once the support brackets are removed, set the original factory dash bezel aside and go ahead and reinstall these onto our dash bezel. All right, guys, so in a matter of minutes, you can see that we've accomplished transferring over the factory climate control dials from the original bezel over to our Camaro dash kit. We've utilized the same mounting brackets and the same hardware. We're also using a couple of the white nylon clips from the top of the factory bezel and reinstalling them onto ours. Okay, so we've almost completed our installation. Everything's plugged in. Our radio interface module is plugged in. Our climate controls are plugged in. Everything's kind of temporarily just sitting back in the dash, and we want to go through a quick check to make sure everything's good to go before we button this up for good. Make sure we've got a temperature display up here, and we do. Make sure we have illumination here on all of our indicators, and we do. We're going to want to make sure that both of our dials function as if they were functioning before. We want to make sure that our lock and our unlock button works, and also that our hazard button is going to work. And it looks like everything's good to go here. We're also going to check our steering wheel controls. And it looks like that's good to go. So I think we're just about ready to button this up. And that completes our installation for our 2010 to 2015 Camaro radio replacement kit.